Hey, peace. Welcome back to another episode of the Money Codes. This is Joel here to give you today's Money Code fix. And on today's video, I want to go over FNBO's Business Evergreen credit card. 2 days ago, I dropped a review and I did a breakdown on their personal credit card. If you didn't watch that, I'll link that above. Make sure to check that one out. But in a nutshell, I was a fan of that product. You're able to see if you can get pre-qualified with a soft inquiry. They check the Experian credit bureaus. No annual fee, 0% introductory APR on balance transfers and purchases for 12 months. A whole bunch of good stuff, but I wanted to make a separate video on their business card because there are some similarities as well as some differences. And I also want to go over a couple of questions that I saw after I made that post. And I wanted to use this video to go over some common questions when it comes to FNBO, First National Bank of Omaha. So now let's just jump right in. I'm on FNBO's website. If you go to credit cards, and this is one thing I failed to mention in the first video, if you go into the credit cards and you scroll all the way down and you look at the fine print, at the bottom, you're going to see it says, and let me highlight this here for you. This line right here is going to show you which FICO scoring model that FNBO uses. Please note, new card members will generally see their FICO bank card score 9, the version of FICO score we use to manage their account within 45 days of account opening. So why am I looking to put a little spotlight here? So on this channel, again, I talk about how to build your personal credit. We talk about business credit. We talk about strategies. We talk about FICO. We dissect a whole bunch of things. And on this channel, one of the more common questions that I see is, if I'm trying to build a credit score, can I use services like Rent Reporters or Rental Karma, or the services that are able to take my rent that I'm paying and somehow get that to be used in my benefit for my FICO score to build up my credit profile? Or can I get a couple of authorized users, add that to my credit profile? The answers that I typically give is I'm not really a fan of going down that road because most credit cards, most credit unions, most banks, they don't really use FICO 9. So a lot of these banks that you're trying to get money from, if they're not using FICO 9 in their underwriting, they're not going to even be able to see these rental karmas, rent reporting, authorized user Tradelines. FNBO, they are telling us right on their website that they do use FICO Bank Score 9. So they do use the FICO 9 scoring model. So if you were one of those people that were on the fence of whether or not you should get a rental reporting service, pay attention to the banks that you're trying to apply for. When it comes to FNBO in this situation, at least in the automated underwriting, that they're going to be able to recognize those type of trade lines. Not all banks, not all credit unions use FICO 9. So just keep that in mind. All right, so now that I got that out the way, let's look at their business credit card. And all you have to do, go on the homepage, hit small business, go on credit card, and you're going to be able to see that they are offering 2 credit card products. The first one is the Evergreen by FNBO Business Edition credit card. The second is the Business Edition Secured Visa credit card. Now let's go over the secured card first because that's a little bit simpler. So when it comes to the Business Edition Secured Visa credit card, this one is going to be a little bit different. You're not going to get the same perks. You're not getting the 2% cash back. You're not getting the $200 cash bonus within the first 90 days. You're not going to get that. If you try to apply for the Evergreen card, and you can easily do that here, which I'm going to show you in 1 second. If you try to apply and you are not approved, you can consider getting the secured card. A $39 annual fee will come along with this card. You will be able to start building that relationship. So if your credit right now is a little bit challenged, you're not able to get the unsecured product, you still have an option. And one of the questions that I see is this credit card, is this secured credit card able to unsecure in the future? And the answer that I received twice, because I called the customer service line twice, the answer that I received is no. When your scores improve over time, you're going to have to apply separately. There will be no graduation to take you from the secured credit card over to the Evergreen. So now let's talk about the Evergreen business card because it's a little bit similar to the personal card that I reviewed 2 days ago, but there are some differences. So what are these similarities? Well, 2% cash back on every purchase. You're going to get a $200 cash back bonus when you spend $1,000 or more within the first 3 billing cycles. No annual fee, no category restrictions, no rewards expiration, and then you're going to earn 10,000 bonus points every anniversary as long as you spend $10,000 that year. And then lastly, this is the part that I was excited the most when I did the personal card review. You're going to get 0% introductory APR on purchases and balance transfers for the first 12 billing cycles. After the first 12 months, it's going to be based on a variable APR, which is going to be between 14.99 and 23.99. In the previous video, I did a comparison on NerdWallet comparing the FNBO Evergreen card to Citi Double Cash, as well as the Wells Fargo Active Cash. Both those cards are basically 2%, 0% introductory APR. And I basically like the Evergreen card over the Wells Fargo product. And all of that remains the same here. Everything that I liked about that personal card, you're going to get here on the business side. Now, how do you apply for this card? It's going to be the same way. We're going to go ahead and hit the Apply Now button. And as I mentioned before, FNBO has geographic restrictions. So you're going to have to put in your zip code to figure out whether or not you're able to apply for this credit card. Once you hit Apply, we want to get to the same screen as we saw before. See if you pre-qualify in as little as 30 seconds. No impact to your credit score. So everything is going to be exactly the same, except when you get down to the very bottom, instead of hitting the personal and then putting in your total annual income, I need for you to hit the small business box and then put in your business legal name as well as your annual personal income. The personal card as well as the business card, you can check to see if you're able to get pre-qualified with a soft inquiry. So if you're somebody that might be on the fence and you don't want to risk getting a hard inquiry and not getting the credit card, for only a soft inquiry, you're going to be able to see if you can pre-qualify for that business credit card. Now let me use this opportunity to go over a few of the questions that I got on that previous video. So for the secured business credit card, that will not graduate on its own. You will have to do a separate inquiry in order to get the business Evergreen card. Question number 2, are they going to require me to provide additional documentation? I've seen this question asked on both the personal side as well as the business. It's all dependent on the personal credit profile of the person making the application. So if you watch any of my videos in the last several months, one of the things that I keep talking about over and over and over again on this channel, clean up your credit profile. Make sure your credit profile is on point. Make sure that there's not any discrepancies. I keep going over these topics for specifically this reason. So when the bank tells me, depending on the applicant, depending on what the underwriter is seeing, that these banks are highly sensitive to fraud, and if they're seeing things that don't check out, or if they see anything that might cause a red flag, they may flat out deny you, or they may come back and say, hey, we need to see W-2s, or we need to get some verification of this, or we need to get verification of your home address. The underwriter may come back, and instead of giving you that instant approval, you may have to submit more documentation. What I'm going to do in the description of this video, there's actually a link that you can check to see the application status. You're just going to put in your zip code, the last 4 of your social, your home phone number, or if you're going to do the business side, you want to put in your business zip code, your last 4 of your social, because remember, on both cards, you're going to use your personal experience. Your personal experience is going to be used for the pre-qualification on either one of these products. So that's why they're asking for the last 4 of the social and then the business phone number. If you use this link, you're going to be able to see what the status is on the application for those that did try to apply and you did not get that immediate approval. If you aren't subscribed, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. Make sure you go back and watch the previous videos, how to position your credit profile for automated underwriting. Go back and check the previous content. That way you can get your credit profile looking as good as possible, so when you are ready to apply for some of these type of products, you're not going to have to run into the same type of hurdles. Another question that I see is, let's say you're looking at the personal credit card and you're trying to apply for the business credit card, or maybe you applied for the personal card 2 or 3 days ago, and then you realize, oh, they have a business edition as well, and then you try to apply for this. Am I going to get another hard inquiry? And I spoke to the rep on the consumer side, and then I spoke to the rep on the small business side. And yes, for every credit card product that you apply for, there will be a hard inquiry. This is not like American Express, where you can get multiple credit card products on one hard inquiry, on one hard pull. So if you already have the personal Evergreen card and now you want the business Evergreen card, just know that you will get another hard inquiry on your Experian credit report. And the last question I'm seeing is, where does the Evergreen card report to? What bureaus? Does it report to any of the business credit bureaus? Where does the Evergreen Business Edition credit card report to? They will not report on your personal credit reports, which is a good thing. This is a way that we can put a lot of spend on our credit cards, have high utilizations on our card, and not plummet our personal scores. The only time where that would be an issue is if you defaulted on these business cards, then you would see the derogatory count being reported on your personal. Now, what about the business? Does this report to any of the business credit reporting agencies? And yes, it does. It reports to Dun & Bradstreet. And if you're somebody that is not familiar with D&B or how to build your pay decks, I did a masterclass on building business credit where I go over how to incorporate your LLC, how to get your EIN number from irs.gov, how to register for Dun & Bradstreet, how to start working on building your pay deck score. So make sure, if you haven't already, go ahead and check out that video. A lot of good content that I'm giving away for free. You will then have another trade line being reported to your business, Dun & Bradstreet, making your pay deck score even stronger. I do like this card even on the personal as well as the business side. The fact that all it takes is a pre-call for me to find out if I'm able to be eligible for this card, I like. The 0% APR and the fact that we're seeing approvals for 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 on both the personal card as well as the business card. Those points right there is why I give this product a thumbs up. If you are on the market, if you are looking for a way to further bolster your business credit profile, definitely check out this product. Hopefully you see my style of making content. I want to go in depth as possible. I like to show you things from different perspectives. I like to go back from 3, 4, 5 weeks ago to bring the subject matter and then bring it back forward to show you how it applies, and it's not just theoretical. A lot of these topics that we discuss on this channel, we can apply in very practical ways, and also to get credit card products that's going to be able to help us on the personal as well as the business side. So that's it. I'm signing out. I'll check you out in the next video. Have a good one. Peace.